We're here at Fight City Last Call with Gail Broner. Now in person right now, one of the man behind the madness, or the billions, as they say. I give you this, Ravone Littlejohn. Ravone, tell us about last year. Robert Easter Jr., world champion. Rau'Shee Warren, world champion. Jamel Herring fighting for a title eliminator. How proud are you when you see these guys who you've been developing, you've been nurturing, and all of a sudden they're becoming, top-level fighters?
Yeah, we're very proud to see. It's not easy. Hey, how you doing? It's not easy. The boxing business. As a sport, it's not easy, but the business side is not easy also. But they did very well. I was happy to see Rau'Shee Warren and Robert Easter get titles. Adrian, he messed around a little bit, but I was happy to see him win. He had a sold-out crowd. So we did, as a company, we did very well last year.
Let's talk about two cards. You have one, of course, which is Adrian Broner's return. We'll get to that in a second. But you have one also, PBC on Bounce TV. The return for all these guys. What is that going to be like? And how are you going to do it when, as we talked with Easter, you're going to parade for him when he came back and won the title? What's in store for that fight card?
That's going to be a very, very exciting fight. It's his first time at home. It's his first time the fight has really been in Toledo of that magnitude. They've had smaller fights, but nothing that big. So the city's behind it 100%. They've been very responsive with buying tickets and things like that. So I'm happy for him. I really pushed for it. I felt he deserved it. He had a great showing last year, and it was time for him to come home. So it's going to be a great night.
You had a lot of people criticize this fight because it's an easy fight. You're trying to build these guys. How tough is it to satisfy the hardcore fans who want the toughest fights, but satisfy the casuals because they want fights at home? They want to have a relationship with this guy. How do you do it and keep both parties happy if possible?
Yeah, well, anyone who knows the history of boxing, Muhammad Ali and all the other greats, no one fought hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. There were fights that between George Foreman and whoever his next competitor was, he had fights in between. I wouldn't say easy. No fight's easy, but there's only a handful of guys who are top guys. Yeah. So you have to fight other guys also. And sometimes in those fights you can have an underdog who can actually be the top guy. So I never like to look down on fights and say that somebody's easy. It might not be the fight that you want, but the fight that people want are coming. We're going to have a lot of the same fights this year.
What's the plan for both Easter and Warren? Because I know that we had Robert on the show. He said he'll go to England. He'll go to Spain to fight either Flanagan or Linares.
Yeah.
Rau'Shee Warren said he'll only fight in the United States.
Yeah.
If that happens, let's say let's say Frank Warren makes a big offer. Are you willing to go to England to fight Terry Flanagan for Robert Easter and him to unify?
Absolutely. I don't think any one of those guys can even compare to Robert Easter. You know what I mean? So I don't think it'll be a tough fight for him. I think he'll get him out of there, and we have no problem going over here to fight those guys.
You also have another card coming up February 18th.
Yeah.
You have, as you said, as a lot of people mentioned, you have Lamont Peterson of a card. You have Thomas Williams Jr., Marcus Brown of a card, Granados, Broner. How did this happen, and how tough was it getting all these guys who they have their own egos, they have their own demands, and they're all under one banner for this card, and Broner's headlining it?
Yeah. Well, it was very tough. Boxers have certain complexes within themselves where they think that they're the best, and they should. It's a contact sport. It's a lonely sport. So they all want to be a top dog. I think Adrian does. I think he should be the marquee. I think he has the fan base. I think he has the pizzazz to do that. So I think that's correct. As far as it was pretty difficult to get it together, but Adrian does a good amount of views, and so guys can really help get their views up just by fighting his undercard, or as a co-main on one of his fights, which Robert Easter did in Washington D.C. He had 1.4 million views. So if a boxer's smart, and they're not at a certain level where they may want to be, fighting one a Broner undercard or a Garcia undercard or Rada undercard, it's beneficial to their career.
Where can Broner fight in terms of networks? I know that he's a certain personality. You either love him or you hate him, and some people don't. He is what he is. So how do you manage it so that he's on the networks where he can be himself? It helps the network, it helps him, and nobody gets offended or gets butthurt.
Well, Showtime is a great network to fight on, and I'm glad we're coming back. Showtime, they allow him to be himself, and that's all we want. There are some people who actually like There's some people who don't, but the ones who don't, they still watch, so we don't care.
What's the plan for Broner? I know you want to get him big fights. Is there a certain guys you're targeting right now? I mean, I've heard Terrence Crawford. I've heard possibly whoever's at 140, Rancis Bartholomew in Ohio. I mean, who are the guys that you guys are targeting that you can talk to us about right now?
Well, you just name a couple, and we're going to have a big fight towards the mid to the end of the year. With Adrian, he's going to be a big name. Can't say the big name yet, but we're working on it. But it's going to be a great year for him, and I'm very happy for him. He's starting to grow up, and he's starting to understand what he means, and he understands that if you don't take it seriously, you take it away.
Last question out. Was there ever envious of some of your guys that, we saw Steve Miocic in the Cleveland Cavaliers parade. He was in the headline there. We never saw Warren. We never saw Easter. What's the plan to get them so that when next time there's a parade with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're part of that parade. They're part of the boat and everything.
Yeah, well, we actually had actually spoke with the Cavs organization afterwards. And, the thing is, it wasn't, them doing any sort of misconduct on their end. We just never really had a relationship with them. And now that we have that, we can make that happen.
There you have it. I have a Ravone Littlejohn show. We come back. We got a whole lot more here only on the Fight City Last Call.